Did you think that Fanta was a South American soda? I know I did. But in reality, it's actually German. The German subsidiary of Coca-Cola was run by a man named Max Keith, who was based in Essen, Germany. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Back during World War II, the Coca-Cola company depended on imported Coca-Cola concentrate. But by 1940, wartime restrictions and blockades meant that the German operation could no longer obtain it. No concentrate, no Coca-Cola. But Keith didn't shut down the operation. Instead, he told his people to make another drink out of ingredients they could actually get inside Germany. And this is where it gets a little weird. Original Fanta was an orange. They were working with scraps and byproducts available during wartime. Coca Cola's own history describes the recipe as having things like whey, left over from cheese production, apple pomace, the pulp remaining after apples had been pressed, and whatever surplus fruit happened to be obtainable. The formulation could change according to what was available. The original German Fanta was a completely different drink. Coca Cola describes that version as brown. Now, here's another little piece of the story. According to Coca Cola's account, Keith held a naming competition and told the employees to use their imagination. And maybe they took that a little too literally. The winning idea came from the German word for fantasy, and from that came the name Fanta. So, this is the story of Fanta. It was invented in Germany, but it doesn't quite end there. Now, after World War II ended around 1945, Coca Cola production resumed again in Germany, and the wartime Fanta name disappeared and Coca Cola came back. Now, travel to Italy, where around 10 years later, an Italian bottler proposed an orange drink. Then, in 1955, Coca Cola in Atlanta developed a formula for that bright delight and used the name Fanta for it. So, that's the ancestor of the orange Fanta we know today. So, there's essentially 1940. Germany can't get Coca Cola concentrate. 1945. The war ends, Coca Cola returns, and the original Fanta disappears. 1955. The Italian orange drink idea comes up. Coca Cola develops a new formula. The old Fanta trademark gets reused. And now we have modern Fanta.